like a morning ride. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. I think y'all can hear me now, but I was listening to social media or whatever, and I had a good laugh because I've been seeing multiple people who are, let's just say, non-FBA get on the unity hustle, and a lot of those people were conservatives or pseudo conservative or whatever you want to call it. They're playing that game. Brother, now we need to unify, brother. It's about the oligarchs and the rich people and the corporations, and look at what's going on, man. And it's like, shut up. And the reason why I bring that up is because this happens. This is just a pattern. You get what I'm saying? And anybody who's been, if you live long enough, you've known and seen this pattern time and time again. People, they get all political, and they get political for the reason of, I want more privileges than you. I want more privileges than you, so now I'm gonna hide behind my political beliefs, right? So if they get their way and they get the privileges they want, they like F everybody. They throw everybody under the bus except for the people who agree with receiving the privileges of whatever they wanted. And then if it doesn't work out, which in a general sense, it doesn't work out. In a normal sense, it doesn't work out. Then when it doesn't work out the way they wanted it to, then you get the "we're all brothers" speech. Then you know what I'm saying? You get that, "Oh, we're all good brothers, and we're all Americans, and we're here in the country, and we're all Christians, and we all God's children." It's like, man, shut up. The only reason you talking that we need to be together stuff is because you didn't get your way. You were saying everything else under the sun when you was getting when you at least were getting or thought you were going to get something, beneficial out of the equation for yourself. So at the end of the day, it's all a hustle. And people go, okay, well, people have done that in the past, but this time it's different. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's the same thing. Because what normally happens is people go down that path and they create, strife and animosity, and then they want to unify when they're not getting their way. And then when the dust settles and everything calms down, the first thing they do is go right back to the BS. The idea that, oh, you're being divisive, because what I was being divisive with didn't work, and now I feel like we need to unify, but you're being divisive because you don't want to unify with me now. And then, 2 years later, I don't like you, I hate you, we're separate, I'm different, we're all human beings, but I'm a different person. It's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, we all bleed red, brother. Yeah, that's hilarious. And then you have that issue, you go right back to the BS. And then you get right back on a little political kick, and you get right back on, I'm better than you, or I want more privileges than you, and I've earned it and I've deserved it. And it's like, shut up. And it's a cycle that keeps happening. And as a black man, it's hilarious because we're like public enemy number one in America. So for the most part, everybody says F us. Even when we're not even in a conversation, when we're not in the room, when it's not us, a brother could get blamed for any and everything. So to see everybody turn around and go, we need our brothers in arms. It's like, man, if you don't take this middle finger, get out of my face. Because this stupidity of, oh man, oh man, that was then, this is now. It's like, no, that was then. You right, that was then, and now I don't mess with you. This idea of absolute forgiveness and this idea of infinite forgiveness, and hey man, look, this is how we play this game. It's like, who said I was playing the game? Who said I was playing with you? Yeah, like, I'm not playing the game and I ain't playing with you. We got issues, cool. It's my fault, cool. If I'm the bad guy, cool. I'll stay the bad guy. But don't unite with me, don't give me your 13% of the population and 50% of the crime, and then, brother, we need to unify. Don't, these black men ain't ish, they terrible, they no good, and then turn around and go, King, we love you, we need you. Don't play this game. Don't play this game where, hey man, you know, why y'all looking at us? Why don't you look at the blacks? And then, America start coming down on your ethnicity. Brother, where are the black people to stick up for us? Where are the black people at? No, G. No. We need to unify. No. We didn't need to unify, when you felt like you was getting ahead. So now we don't need to unify. No, we don't need to unify. It don't make sense. So it's a hustle. It's always been a hustle. But it's coming back around. And I say that because, just sort of political climate, and I talked about that before, where if this country were to actually go to war, right? You got rid of a lot of Hispanics. So are Hispanics gonna really fight for you? You got rid of a lot of the black folks. You disrespected the Asians. Because the military is low at recruiting, right? So all that's left is really white America. So this, we're gonna go to war. Hey man, it's your country, remember? You didn't want nobody else in it, or it wasn't supposed to benefit anybody else. So, now we're gonna institute. I'm being preemptive when I say this. We're gonna institute a draft. I bet you would. You institute a draft and somehow draft everybody that ain't white to fight, and fight Venezuela or Russia or China, or fight for quote unquote Greenland. But all of the white folks somehow just we got a draft, but we just couldn't find them. Like, no, G. This is why people need that unity, because they're like, look, man, if we don't unify, they're gonna send me off to war, man. Like, hey, man, it's not my problem, G. Y'all, this is what y'all did. Y'all set it up this way. This is how you wanted it. It's okay. Like, this is how you wanted it. This is what y'all wanted to do. So, just see it through. We don't want to see it through, man. We want you to see it through with us, for us. Actually, it's like, hey, man, get up out of here with that. So this is why I say it's a hustle, and it's always been a hustle. And it's pretty much always going to be a hustle. That's the fun part of, American hypocrisy. Oh, shit. Man, these people are killing me with this. I'm driving, but yeah. That's part of American hypocrisy. You had that same thing with, with some of the black folks that are, not FBA, some of the black diaspora. That concept of, hey man, when you're in America, you're black. I get you're black and you're from a different place, but in America, you're black. No, I'm not. Okay, fine, you're not. Cool. And then it's, hey brother, you from Africa, right? You from, no. We black, right? No. We wasn't black when it was convenient for you. Remember, you was something else. Now when you're in need, we black again. It's like, no, this concept of everybody has to learn the hard way, which lets me know it's some BS. And the reason I say that is because, like I said, I was on social media, and I've been seeing these videos of like white guys saying we need to, come together. I've been seeing videos of Hispanics and Asians, Africans, I want to say Caribbeans, with this concept of, oh man, the veil of what America is somehow just came off. And it's like, bruh, how did y'all just find this out? How were you so shocked and so surprised by the other, like by not just the hypocrisy of America, but how you can be on the wrong side of the equation? Which means you've been on the other side of this equation so long, you don't actually know the other side of America. So at the end of the day, you've been divisive this whole time, because to be on the other side, you had to divide yourself and make sure you were othered. Like, I'm not them. I'm this, they're that, I'm not them. And it's like, cool. Since we the other, we gonna stay the other. And since a lot of y'all never been the other, now, the irony of it is, even though they bastardized the term, I'm seeing a whole bunch of people who are getting woke now, like the re-woke. It's like, man, it's the politicians, it's the corporations, it's racism, but racism is now what, xenophobia, because you're racist against people from other places. And it's like, bro, y'all was so 10 toes down and participating in all of this BS, and now it's smacking you in the face, and now all of a sudden, we need to come together, brother. Like, man, what kind of drugs y'all on right now? How did you not, like, you were really participating. You were really in this. You were really accustomed to, being the racist people and the xenophobic people and playing the system and setting it up. And benefiting from the BS in the system. And now it's crashing on you. And now, brother, we need to unify. Unify? Man, are you on dope? And like I said, we've been through this so many times. Basically, what unity means for most people is black people stand in the front and get on the front lines to be the first and be cannon fodder. Be shot up and blown up and put your blood, sweat, and tears on the soil while we just sit back. That old civil rights concept, of black folks and white folks. We're going to work behind the scenes. Man, all y'all finna be on the front lines. And you see how people don't really want to be on the front lines now. And then even when people go, hey man, you see how when these other groups protest, there's no violence, there's no uprising? It's like, yeah, you want to know why? Because the people on the other side of the protesters are family members, friends. See, we the other, remember? So when we're on the other side of the protest, we're not your family and your friends. We're the quote-unquote enemy. Now you got to explain. Now your uncle got to explain to his sister why he pointed a gun out on his nephew and his niece. It's not finna happen. A friend of a friend's kids. It's not finna happen. So that's why this unity stuff is BS. We need to unify. Yeah, all right, whatever. Let these people, see if America really loves them. That's the real kicker. You got to see if America really loves you, the way that you love it. And what I mean by that is, do you love the country when it don't benefit you? And a lot of these other groups, they don't love America when it doesn't benefit them. They love America when it has built-in advantages and privileges. But if it doesn't have those built-in advantages and privileges, they're ready to just tear the place up. Yeah. This is not the country I grew up in. This is exactly the country you grew up in. You was just on the other side of the equation. And you knew you was on the other side of the equation, so I don't know why you asking for unity. Stay on your side and take the good with the bad. Take the highs with the lows. Take the wins. You know, when they win, you ain't trying to unify. But when you losing with the game you set up for yourself, brother, we need to come together and unify. Man, shut up. Last time I checked, y'all don't want to unify with us because y'all think we was trying to smash your girlfriend. Now all of a sudden, well, let's just put that aside. No, we're not finna put that aside. You know, it is what it is. And not everybody, you know, they're waking up, man, these people don't care about us. So, you didn't care about nobody else either. Y'all the same people, man. You know, that's why I said this unification hustle is a hustle. And it's gonna stay a hustle. So, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, I just wanted to get that out there, that we see it as a hustle. So stop asking us for unity, you know, because y'all think y'all so much smarter. Well, be smart enough to figure it out on your own. But I'm done with this one, man. I'll catch y'all later, man. Peace.